What's up, E? Okay, so I am in my room. That's my tapestry in the background. Today, I am going to show you guys my TBR shelf. I have a huge TBR shelf. These are books that I have bought and not put on my Goodreads yet that I've read. Some of them I have read, some of them I haven't. But I haven't read any of these since I bought them, if that makes sense. So, all of these are on my to-be-read shelf on Goodreads. Add me on Goodreads, y'all. And Austin Lighthall, I think, is my name on Goodreads. But these are books that are on my TBR shelf. I plan on finishing a bulk of these by the end of the year. Just depends on how fast I read and how dedicated I am. And if I have a depression episode. So let's hope not. But yeah, I'm going to start off with the ones that I want to read next. And then after that, they are in no particular order. I'll let you know when I'm done with the ones I want to read next. So yeah, let's get to it without further ado. So right now I am reading Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I'm halfway through. I'm probably going to finish tomorrow. But anyway, after that I want to read... After that I'm going to read this book called Ghost Girl. See if you can see it outside my ring light. By Tori Hayden. I read this book in middle school. I remember liking it, but it was like super intense. But I'm lending it to my friend Sarah to read. It's been in my garage forever. I just went in the garage and got it. But yeah, I'm going to let my friend Sarah borrow it. So I'm going to try to read it before I give it to her. So that I'm not in a rush to get it back. So that she can enjoy reading it. So yeah, Ghost Girl by Tori Hayden. Then I'm going to read Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I've never read this one. This is the only Harry Potter book I haven't read. And I know I'm going to just zoom through it. For the sake of time, I'll move on. Then I think I'm going to read The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I feel like I will understand where the character is coming from. And I like Sylvia Plath and her story and some of her poetry. So, yeah, I'm going to give The Bell Jar a read. Then after that, I want to read a book called Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kemmerer. It's about indigenous wisdom, scientific knowledge, and the teaching of plants. So I'll give that one a read. I got this copy for free at the Two-Spirit seminar at the Potawatomi reservation that I went to about a month ago. And I got this copy for free, so I have to read it. Next, I want to read my first graphic novel, Mouse and Mouse 2. Here, I'll show you up close. By Art Spiegelman. I've never read a graphic novel before, so I'm excited to see if I like it. Because I've actually purchased some other graphic novels that are still on their way that I'm not showing today. But yeah, maybe like once a year I'll do my TBR shelf. And then once a year I'll show you the books I've read by the end of the year. So watch out, Booktube. Zaddy Kristen's coming through. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Mouse and Mouse 2 I want to read after that. Then these are in no particular order. The rest of them, I don't know what order I'll read them in. But those 6 books were the ones I'm going to read next. So here we have Stephen King's It. This is the cover I have. I wanted the not movie cover. I don't really like movie covers, but you get what you get. So I want to read It. It's a long read. I'll probably purchase the audiobook on iTunes and read along. But the audiobook is 44 hours. So this might take me a while to read unless I'm like super dedicated. But because look, it's a thickums. But yeah, I want to read that. Then we have The Egypt Game by Zilpha Keedy Snyder. Yeah, Zilpha Keedy Snyder. But I like the book The Headless Cupid. I just bought a copy. It's on its way. But I saw The Egypt Game and thought it was worth a read too. Okay, In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. I got this at the used bookstore at the library, and I can't wait to read it. I've always heard it's a really good read. Like, classic level. Okay, and then I have The Hobbit. It's a movie cover, but I got it also at the used bookstore at the library. How much was this? $3, so I couldn't complain. But I have The Hobbit, The Fellowship of the Ring movie cover, The Two Towers movie cover, and Return of the King movie cover. So those are on my TBR as well. I have, Night by Ellie Weisel, or Weisel, I'm not sure. But I also want to get Night, Dusk, and Dawn, I think are the names of the 2 sequels to this. But I want to get all 3 before I read it. And I just watched Schindler's List. In here, I'll show you. I have a copy of Schindler's List that I want to read. And I'm reading Mouse, so a lot about the Holocaust. So this one might take me a while to get to because I don't want to, overload myself with Holocaust material. Because it's sad. Anyway, Beloved by Toni Morrison. I heard it's good. I haven't seen the movie, so I'll watch the movie afterwards. But I also got that at the used bookstore. Another one I got at the used bookstore at the library, To Kill a Mockingbird. I think this is the mass market paperback. I want to get the sequel, but I might not read the sequel at all because this is such a classic on its own. So I don't know. But if I do read the sequel and get a copy, I want a copy that will match. And I don't think there's a mass market paperback of the sequel. So I will have to unhaul this and buy a new copy of it, and then, which I don't like doing unless I'm going to read it again, and I really only want to read this one time, because I read it in high school, so, yeah. Next, I have Love Poems by Pablo Nerita. Let me get the dust off of it. I got this from a Barnes & Noble gift card that my brother gave me for Christmas. I got Love Poems, and also Love Poems by its various authors. But yeah, I want to read those 2. They're on my TBR. The Autobiography of Malcolm X by Alex Haley. Island of the Blue Dolphins by Scott Odell. There's also a sequel to this called, I want to say Zia, that I want to get also before I read it so I can read them back to back. I'm excited about this one because I'm going to read them during spooky season, but Monster Blood and Monster Blood 2. This one's out of print. This one is the new cover, but they go together perfectly, like shamalama lama, kitty kitty ding dong. And I can't wait to read them during spooky season. I also am getting the Haunted Mask books from Goosebumps and another R.L. Stine book, but I can't remember what it's called. It's like a Halloween party kind of situation. So, yeah, I'm going to get that one too. Schindler's List. I've seen the movie. Want to read the book. Oh, I'm so excited to read this one. This one might be like next. But Johnny Appleseed by Joshua Whitehead. It is about a two-spirit indigenous guy and his trials and tribulations. So I definitely want to read that. Boyfriend Material. I want to read badly. I bought this new, but it has kind of a crumple on it, so I should return it, but I'm not going to. Boyfriend Material, yeah, it has an audiobook to it, so I'll read along with the audiobook. But yeah, I want to read that. The Kybalion by Hermes Trismegistus, I think. No, the three Initiates, not Hermes Trismegistus, so I want to read that one. 1666 by Robert Seffer. The Communist Manifesto I want to read. Not saying I am communist, but I want to know what like the Communist Manifesto says, so I bought a copy. So yeah, I want to read that. These two are children's pictures books that are Christmas themed that I want to read at Christmas time. A story inspired by Sinterklaas. And Krampus, a holiday message. I want to read those at Christmas time, so those are on my TBR. I have read them, they're very cute. But yeah. Art, A Visual History. Yes, this is a textbook, but I want to read it cover to cover and just get the full scope of art history. So I'm excited to read this. My brother got this for me for Christmas 2 years ago. I haven't even cracked it open, so I definitely want to read it. It's on my TBR shelf to read the whole thing. So I got this at Walmart. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. So I heard it's a gay story, so I want to read it. Mongrels by Stephen Graham Jones. That's on my list. Another native author. These two don't have an audiobook, so I'm not really excited to get to them. And there's a third book that's only available on Kindle. And I'm like, okay, well, you couldn't have a physical copy? Whatever. But it is these Will and Patrick Wake Up Married, episodes 1 through 3 and 4 through 6. And they're pretty thick, so, like, how many pages? Like, almost 400 pages each, so I will get to that. The Death of Innocence by John and Patsy Ramsey. If anyone knows me, I want to solve the JonBenet Ramsey case, just for peace of mind for the country, and I want to start there. Okay, these ones are all by the same author, and they are prized possessions. They're all out of print, and I got all of them to match. Hardcovers with the dust covers. So, I'll start off with The Man Who Loved Clowns by June Ray Wood. Turtle on a Fence Post, the sequel to A Man Who Loved Clowns by June Ray Wood. A Share of Freedom by June Ray Wood. Oh, there you go. When Pigs Fly by June Ray Wood. And About Face by June Ray Wood. Prized possession, those ones. I read them all but About Face when I was in middle school. And I love them. So, can't wait to read them again. Okay, I only have 2 books left. Art. This book is just called Art. It's like a textbook too. So, I want to double my knowledge of art history by reading both. And then this one I'm super excited about reading, and I found out Audible has an audiobook. Unfollow by Megan Phelps Roper. This is about the Westboro Baptist Church. So I really want to read it. I've read half of it, but I'm going to start over from the beginning now that I have Goodreads and follow along with the audiobook. But little known fact, when I was bipolar 1 manic and a little bit crazy, I tried to be Christian, and I actually attended church at the Westboro Baptist Church a few times, even though I'm hella gay. So yeah, that's my TBR. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you don't mind, and I'll see you later. Thanks.